Pines Homestead. We are out here just giving the animals a snack. We're starting with Lily and Juniper here. Juniper, sit. Sit. Juniper, sit. She's a new puppy. She's learning. Sit, sit, sit. Good girl. Good girl. We'll reward her with a treat here in a second. Let's get you guys set up. We are going through our grocery order here. Every 2 weeks, I go to one of our local grocery stores and pick up all of the expired food, and I feed that to the livestock. And when we're talking expired, we're talking this is 3 days old bread and no mold. If there's mold, I wouldn't give it to the animals. Sorry, guys, if there's a bit of wind. The wind is howling today. But basically, I'm going to feed things like bread to the pigs, and then the healthier food goes to the other animals like the goats, sheep, cows, ducks, chickens, rabbits, etc. So we're just going to start by unpacking this and hoping that the phone doesn't fall down. I can't believe how windy it is here right now. The wind is howling. Set you guys up something like that. Feel free to ask any questions, guys. While I'm doing this, I am just chilling and chatting with you guys, inspecting the food, opening the packages. Got to get the knife out. Darlene, how are you doing? Thank you for the gold coin. It's been a hot minute since we've last live streamed, so it might take a few more for things to pick up here. The algorithm really does reward those who are frequent. Yeah, thank you for the gold coin, and feel free to chat. I like to give the carbs and stuff to the pigs. Pigs have a single stomach, like us humans, and so they can digest these kind of dense nutrients a lot better than things like cows. Cows with the multi-stomach chamber, they're internal composters, they have a hard time with straight bread. You would think that cows could eat straight bread because it's basically grain and that's one of their treats, but they digest it so fast that they bloat. Their stomachs need a slower composting digest, whereas pigs, they are trash compactors. They can eat anything. I got little Juniper here. She wants a treat, but we got to find her something a little more her style. Here's Juniper. Oh, Junie. Ah, here's Juniper. Hello, Juniper. This is our new puppy. She's a good girl. Don't lick me. Don't lick me. I know where that mouth goes. Don't lick me. Yeah, Juniper. And we got Lily over there in the background. Hi, Lily. And Freddie Likes Pizza. How you doing? This is Juniper. She's chilling with me while we go over our groceries and feeding our animals. Are all the other puppies gone now? Yes. For those who don't know, we had 8 puppies, and we kept one for ourselves and rehomed the rest. Guys, if you're going to do puppies, I have some advice for you. We were trying to rehome our puppies at just like a break even. We weren't trying to make any money. And so we were kind of factoring in things like the vet visit and stuff, just a wellness check. So we priced our puppies originally at $100 a piece, thinking, okay, if we get $700, that'll cover food and that'll cover that vet visit. That vet visit was $500 alone. So the last 2 puppies I sold, I had to up the cost to $300 a piece, and that got us to a break even. The only thing with Juniper here, let me show you guys Juniper again. Juniper was born with or developed very young an umbilical hernia. Do you see this little lump right here? This is her umbilical hernia. And because of that, little June bug here is going to cost me about $800 to fix that. So she's going to have surgery here sometime soon to fix that umbilical hernia. The problem with keeping her like that means there's a slight tear in the muscle wall in her abdomen. And so part of her intestines are poking through there. If we don't fix that, okay, she's a livestock guardian dog, so she's here on the homestead. If I don't fix that, then if a goat rams into her, she could die. If she gets into a tussle with a coyote or a wolf, beyond the other injuries, she could die. If she got kicked by a deer, she could die. So I do need to fix that. And so that is in the plan sometime soon. Don't worry, it'll be okay. We'll get her fixed. But yeah, in the meantime, I'm just sorting through a lot of expired pitas and food. Like I said, I give all the carbs to the pigs, and the vegetables go to the other animals. I don't mind the pigs getting a little bit fat with some carbs because I plan to eat them anyway. So that is okay. Juniper is trying to eat a muffin, but she doesn't know she's got to unwrap the muffin. Juniper, little bites, man, little bites. Okay, there we go. Juniper. I probably shouldn't be feeding her human food, but she saw it, she wanted it. I can't say no. How do you say no to that? And that's because it's Brazilian, okay? Sorry, I didn't catch what is Brazilian, but I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. It is super windy out here. I hope it's not coming through too much. I put the headphones in to hopefully block out that wind noise. And for those who are just joining, I'm trying to feed a bunch of pitas to my pigs. Feeding pitas to Peppa Pig. That is today's Homestead video to start. And then we're going to move on to veggies. I have a whole trailer full of food here, guys. A whole trailer full of food to feed the farm animals. Every 2 weeks, I go to one of my local grocery stores. I pick up all of their expired food. And then the deal is basically I got to deal with the garbage and the waste, but they don't have to pay dumping fees. And the food goes to local farms. And we are one of those local farms. The one thing I noticed when you are doing this kind of a program is how unhealthily us humans eat. I look at a lot of this food and I think, I can't feed that to my animals. That's not healthy. And then you run that crazy thought through your head like, well, I would eat it. I've bought it before. I have eaten it before. They gave me a can of Satin Care Dry Skin Shave Gel. I don't think that needs to go to the animals. We're going to set that aside, and we'll use this box for our garbage, and we'll continue. Now, I'm not going to just feed the pigs garbage food. We're going to feed them some healthy food as well. So we have things like, what do I got here? This looks like some corn cobs. We'll chuck that in. Always got to watch. One thing you realize when you're doing these kind of things is how much waste there is, how much packaging, how much garbage. There is no shortage of garbage when you're getting groceries. Some cucumbers. Like I said, I'm going to save most of the vegetables for the cows and goats and everything. But we'll give some of that to them. Hi, Lily. Lily, don't eat garbage. No. No. I got my dog sitting here being very polite, waiting for me to toss her some treats. Lily. Oh, where are you, Lily? There's Lily girl. Sit. Stay. Lily, stay. I'll find you something good in a second, but you got to stay. You teach Juniper. You teach her how to be good. So I hope you guys are having a fantastic Monday. This is a cucumber. You're not going to like that. You're not a vegetarian. For those who think that dogs are vegetarians, she has no interest in this. Even Juniper is like, nah, I'm good. Just wait, Lily. I'll give you a small piece of bread. I'll give you a small piece of bread. Oh, gotta watch that wind. Here, Lily. Lily can have a small piece of bread. And Shiplo, how you doing? We are just out here gathering up some of this food for our pigs, and then we're gonna go do the cows, the goats, the sheep, the rabbits, etc., etc. I was saying every 2 weeks I go to my local grocery store, pick up all of their expired food, and then bring it back to the farm animals. We'll give the pigs some bananas. I feel like they'll like bananas. I feel like the pigs will like a bunch of bananas. Cherry. We don't want to give them a cherry. I think that they actually did pretty well with cantaloupe. They don't like the skin, but they did eat the inside. Maybe we'll give them a cantaloupe. If you guys have any questions, any concerns, any plans, let me hear it. We are up here in Northern Canada at our off-grid homestead. And so if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask while I go through and unbundle all this food. And then probably you know what? Let's set a timer. Is it this button? Not that one. Let's go with. Is it that one? Nope. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it. There's a button here for setting a timer. It's under stickers and countdown. Let's give it feeding piggies. And I will say we will be ready in, let's give it 7 minutes. Start countdown. We'll make that smaller and push it off to the side. In about 7 minutes, we will be ready to go feed the pigs. We'll drop you over there. In the meantime, guys, if you have any questions, any concerns, any plans for the week, I'm here to chat. Here to chat while we go through all this food, all this unpackaging. Forest fires have been pretty crazy up here in northern Canada. We're here in Ontario. A lot of the highways have been shut down. I've got one spot where we're going to do some work tomorrow where we're going to be within a couple kilometers of one of these wildfires. So we'll be playing it by ear, talking to the local authorities and waiting to see which way the wind is blowing, confirm that it's safe. But yeah, it's been a pretty hectic time. I know some of these fires, they'll wake you up in the middle of the night. It's not bad right now. It's not smoky out here right now. The wind's blowing quite strong and obviously the right direction for us. But sometimes the wind will shift and you'll wake up in the middle of the night just smelling fire. And it always makes me nervous because we've got a lot of property here. When you wake up in the middle of the night smelling fire, there's always the concern that is that coming from my property? I remember the other day I had to put oil in my generator and I spilled some on the side before running it at night. And then around 3 in the morning, I woke up smelling fire and got up and had to take a look outside because I was getting nervous that maybe I lit my garage on fire. It has happened once before. Not a good time. But Stuart, how you doing? We are just getting our little trailer here set up for a dump run to the pigs. We're going to drive over all this food, shovel it out for the pigs. They're going to have a smorgasbord. We'll hang out with them for a bit while they eat, and then we'll come back and get more for the other animals. I did blow the hydrostatic coupler on my skid steer the other day. Normally, I would be doing this with my skid steer, but my skid steer is very much so broken down right there, and that won't be a very fun job to fix, but we'll get her fixed. Just waiting on parts now. I tore it apart on the weekend. Quinn is in the chat saying, "Oink, how you doing, Quinn?" Like, it is so windy out here, guys. I can't get my tripod to stand without wanting to fall. And I really don't feel like breaking my phone today. Okay, we're making it through these boxes, but we have a lot of food to go. Let's give them some more bananas. More bananas for the pigs. Eggplant. I think, was that wrapped? That had a wrapping on it. We got to pull that off. And Quinn says, I am good. You? I can't really complain too much. The forest fires have been pretty nasty up here in the northern part of Canada. I know some of you in the States have been having to deal with some of the side effects from the smoke. It's been nasty. Like I said, you wouldn't know it today other than the helicopters flying over throughout the day. I live on a lake here, and so often the helicopters will fly in and try to pick up water from the lake. And so it's quite fun. One of my buddies has been working with our Ministry of Natural Resources, and every other day he's been sending me pictures of my property from the sky as they fly over. And hydraulic issue on the skid steer, yeah. So the hydrostatic pump, which is the hydraulic pump that drives the tracks and the arms, it's held on to the engine with two bolts, and there's a gear that goes into the engine that is attached to the flywheel. So as the engine turns over, it turns over the hydraulic pump. Well, those two bolts sheared off and ripped apart the connection to the flywheel. And so it was not a fun job pulling the pump and getting in there. I did post a YouTube short. I almost broke my hand taking it off, but we got a few flesh wounds in there when we were doing that on Friday. Nothing too crazy, but tight spaces. All of those bolts are torqued to a torque spec, so they're all brutal to get off. But we got her done. We got her done. So I gotta keep opening here like a madman because I gave the timer 2 more minutes to go feed the pigs. Normally, I would be unloading this all into the skid steer, but like I said, it's broke down, so we're just using the riding lawnmower with the dump trailer. It's always nice to have a backup plan whenever you're doing work on a homestead. The wheelbarrow is not the most fun choice. And I've said this time and time again, I'm always shocked about how much garbage and packaging we produce. Um, I feel like there's no reason to have this much plastic waste in our grocery stores. When you start doing something like this and taking all the expired food and taking all this packaging, and you realize how much garbage and waste there is in your everyday meals, it's insane. It's insane. Like even little things like this head of lettuce just fully saran wrapped. I feel like that's probably not necessary. And Stuart says, yeah, the engines on those Bobcats are pretty reliable. It's always hydraulics. Yeah, it's a good little machine. Mine is a Gale RT 105. It's a more compact skid loader. I bought it because it's on tracks, which is huge for the farm. That way you're not chewing up the land, leaving track marks everywhere, making ruts for animals to fall in. And being in northern Canada, being able to be on tracks in the winter, not have to worry about the snow. I floated that thing on like 3 feet of soft snow, and she just glides over everything. It's been a reliable machine. It's probably my fault that this happened. It was starting to run a little bit rough in low idle, and I kind of ignored it. Um, Again, shouldn't have, but I just thought, okay, well, whenever I idle it up, the issue goes away. So whatever, just running a little rough. And I guess what probably happened is one of those two bolts had already sheared off. And so in low idle, there's a lot more vibration causing it to cavitate and bounce. And then once I would rev it up, it would kind of harmonically balance out. But it was just a matter of time until the other bolt holding it on sheared, taking out my entire coupler to the engine. Doesn't seem like anything else broke, which is good. Should only be a few $100s to fix that myself. About 6 more hours of labor and about $300, and we'll get that fixed. Okay, guys, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You know what? I promised it. Let's go take a little run over to the pigs. We're going to drive this over and feed the pigs what I've got so far, and then we will come back and get more because I've got probably another whole trailer load just for the pigs. So let's grab the knife so that a dog doesn't take it, and let's take a little drive and give them this first load here. It's a lot of breads and stuff. So, fun fact, guys, goats and pigs can't eat all this bread. We'll talk about that in a second. I know I have the earbuds in, but they're probably still a little bit on the noisy side. And here's Juniper running away from the Juniper. It's okay, Juniper. Here's the lake. Blue skies. Close the trailer so the dogs don't get in. It'll be okay, Darlene. If the dogs get in, they get a little treat. I'm not too concerned. I'm gonna come around to the pigs. The pigs are living over here. Pig! And we'll turn that off. Pigs! Come here, pigs! Come here! I can see them in there. Pigs! They're gonna start coming as soon as I start throwing food in. So let's just position this like so you'll see them come foraging out here. Normally they come to me when I sing to them, but I'm camera shy and I'm not going to sing to them right now. Let's get you guys set up in a way that you're not going to fall over. Something like that is probably good. Come here, pigs. I got some food for you. It's a little early for supper, I know, but you guys are going to like it. I brought a shovel so I can just shovel it in. Oh, so many pitas, though. Come on, pigs. Come on, piggies. Come on, pigs. It's food time. Might have to sing for them. Pigs. I'm Tom Bombadil. I'm a merry fellow. Bright blue my jacket is, and my pigs say hello. I have to sing to my pigs for them to come. Throwing out food doesn't work. They know that I sing to them every single day, twice a day. And that's how they know it's feeding time. Here, pigs. That's food, guys. Eat up. That is hilarious that they come instantly when we start singing, but otherwise they will not come. And Stuart says, you have a nice property, dude. Thank you. Stuart, it's a 156 acre off grid peninsula. So I got water all the way around. I've got about 30 acres of farmland. Ah, I dropped you guys. The dang wind. I'm telling you guys, that wind is just nasty. Yeah, let's set you guys up in a better spot so you don't fall over again. Maybe like that. Maybe like that. So yeah, it's 156 acres off grid. And yeah, it is my own little piece of paradise. My wife and kids are out at a summer camp this week. My wife is being the camp nurse. So she's left me home alone with the animals. Oh boy, that wind. That wind. Have some bananas, guys. Gotta loosen this one to rotate it that way and get the support here. There's the pigs. That wind just wants to blow the phone over. It doesn't matter what I do. Here's a piece of lettuce, guys. Hunk of lettuce. There you go. Loads and loads of bread. We're gonna give some to Jason. Jason is my boar. He's just in a pen just over here. I'm gonna throw some food over for him. You gotta keep him separate. Oh, it's okay, buddy. I scared him. There we go. And yeah, if you guys have any questions, any concerns, any plans for the week, let's hear it. We are just gonna keep feeding the pigs here. Give the pigs some food. There's a couple chickens hanging out with the pigs. They're curious. They want to come eat. Here's the chickens. They're checking it out, thinking about it. Stuart says, I have 7 acres on the Texas Gulf Coast. Not ideal for farming anything other than sod. Yeah, up here, the hard thing up here is our winters. So up here where I live, it gets down to like minus 50 degrees. It's brutal. Everything freezes. So the hard part about being off grid is I have to run that generator all the time in the winter because I've got heated water dishes, heat pads for all the animals, heated enclosures. And so it is a whole nother challenge. But during the good season, like right now, things do grow well. We have been in a bit of a drought, lots of forest fires, although I can see some rain clouds over there. She's going to rain. I don't know if it's coming towards us. I believe that's coming towards us. So it's probably going to end up raining us out here eventually. But for now, it's not bad. It's if you can get over the cold and you get animals that are specific to the cold, you can do pretty well. Like these pigs, you'll notice that they have hair on them. These are Berkshire Tamworths. They are a breed of pig designed to be a little more cold hardy. I do still need to barn them for the winter. So some of these will be for breeding and some of them for eating. Oh, touch the electric fence. You got to watch your bum. You got to watch your bum. We're going to try to feed the chickens too. So we'll throw a couple pieces of bread a little farther. That's for you guys. And I also have some lovely Saskatoons growing here. Saskatoons, also known as June berries or service berries, when they are pink or green, they are not ready to eat. They're going to be bitter. But when they get purple like a blueberry, they are ready to eat. They are a fruit like a blueberry growing on a bush. And yeah, they're pretty tasty. They are a little seedier, so a little more fibrous than a blueberry, but still very good. Still very good. Very juicy. And Shawnee, how you doing, Shawnee? Welcome back. I hope you're doing well. Shawnee says, oof, look at them clouds. Yeah, it's looking pretty nasty over there. Looking pretty nasty. Let's shovel a little more in for the pigs before we go get another load. I got to give Jason another shovelful too. Jason is the boar. This is their dinner tonight. This is their dinner tonight. And if there's any left over, it'll be their breakfast tomorrow. Try to balance out how much I give to each animal because there's 7 pigs here and then Jason on the other side. Jason is the boar. He does have a name. And Shawnee says, I'm doing all right. How's your growing season? How's your garden looking? Your garden looking okay? The weather been kind to you? It's been super dry here, yet my garden's looking okay. Saskatoon Rich. Yes, ma'am. All the other chickens are coming over. They see the bread. They're looking for it. Here, guys, I'll toss you a couple pieces. You're going to be scared, but you'll come back for it. I'm going to leave that out there for you guys. You better eat it. I don't want the dogs eating it. These guys are just having a smorgasbord. My wife has been trying to grow tomatoes. We've had good success with tomatoes, but up here, because it's so cold so late, like we still had snow in June, you got to start them indoors. Otherwise, the season is too short and you'll never get a good tomato. We didn't do a garden. I mean, we did a couple small things. Pardon me. We did a couple small things last year, but we didn't do a proper garden for the last 2 years. Just because we've been focusing on animals. So this year we have a little bit more of a garden and a plan for a much, much bigger garden. Next year we want to get into doing farmers markets and stuff. That is going to be a good spot where we can advertise our livestock, but then also provide our fruits and veggies. Okay, we're going to start this guy and we're going to drive back over to the trailer. If it'll start. There we go. Okay, take another drive along the way. Go get another load. I am looking at these clouds. We'll see if we get rained on. In the meantime, we're just going for a cruise on the riding lawnmower. Normally I do this on the skid steer, but I broke down. And here's Lily and Juniper. Oh boy. Hi guys. I'm trying to sneak around here. Multitasking. A garbage bag knocked over. Here, Lily, look out. Look out, though. Thank you. Put the brake on so we don't roll away. There. Okay. So we will go, once we get past this junkier food and we get up to the good stuff, we will go see the rabbits and cows and stuff. I don't feed this junk food to those animals. Contrary to popular belief, cows don't do well on bread. It can make them really sick, actually, if you give them a lot. The reason for that is that cows have multiple stomachs and their digestion works more like a composter. They like to absorb their nutrients slow and gradual. Bread dissolves so fast in their tummies and super heavy that they'll get sick. I think Lily, these probably have bones. Can't give her those. We'll get to something that we can give to Lily here in a little bit. Jello. A lasagna. I think I'm gonna feed Lily a lasagna. I feel like Lily wants a lasagna. Let's give that to Lily. Lily, make sure it's not moldy. Looks good to me. Okay, Lily. Let's position so you guys can see Lily girl. Here, Lily. Lily, why don't you come over here? Come over here, Lily. Here you go, Lily. You can eat a lasagna if I can get it open without making too much of a mess. There, enjoy a lasagna. Messy, messy, messy. This is Lily eating a lasagna. I have a friend who got, a YouTube friend who got in trouble for feeding his, there's Juniper. You know, one thing that's been really good. Sorry, I'm jumping all over the place. Lily was getting a little bit food possessive because the goats would try to steal her food. And so she would get a little bit aggressive around food. And she actually bit our youngest, our 1 year old, one time, bit him in the hand when he was playing with her food dish. So we had to work, and she was already well trained to food. It was just she had reversed back on that because she was so mad at the goats. Um, so we had to really train her and watch her and spend a lot of time pulling food out of her dish and holding it and waiting for her to eat it and getting the kids to play with it, which was a bit of a shock because she was well past that. That wasn't an issue at all. And it was something that developed because of the farm animals. Having the puppy has just helped reinforce that because that's her baby. She's so nice. There's no fighting, there's no arguing. Um, she's doing really good. And Stuart says, you look like a good man and a great husband, probably. Respect. Thank you. I try. I try. My wife and kids, I was saying, I've got 5 sons, 5 boys. They are currently at a summer camp. And I actually dropped them off at the camp this morning. And so they are gone for the week. So all the farm chores are up to me. So expect more live streaming. When I don't have my wife and kids to hang out with me and chat with me, I hang out with you guys and the animals, of course. But, you know, I feel like if I only hang out with animals, I might go a little bit crazy. So you guys are a lovely addition to my evening company. So thank you guys for hanging out with me. I appreciate you. And hanging out with my dogs, of course. And Alaska Critter Cam, I see you there. How you doing? Alaska Critter Cam says, long time no see. Yes. Sorry, I haven't been able to live stream as much lately because the summer has just been crazy out here on the farm. We have been just trying to get so much stuff done, and things break, and it's hard to fix things and do repairs while live streaming and building things. Some people can do it, but it's a bit of a challenge managing the phone and chores. I'm going to give them some strawberries. See, like, this is all expired. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. What happens is there'll be one expired strawberry in one pint, and it's not worth it for them to go through and sort them, so they just toss them all. It is starting to rain, but we're gonna try to keep this going as long as we can. I'm just gonna reposition you guys to be inside of the trailer so you don't get rained on. I don't want you guys to get wet. And to our Japanese or Korean friend, hello, how you doing? Hope you're doing fantastic today. We're just gonna keep doing this. I'll get wet, but I'll keep you guys in the trailer so you guys don't get wet. And Shawnee had said, I missed it, but Shawnee said, guess what? We had lovely rain with 60-mile-per-hour winds, and all of my popcorn is flat now for the time being. Glad there wasn't hail. Will corn stand back up? This is not something I know. I don't do big commercial farming. So right now my garden is like lettuce and kale and carrots and tomatoes. You're more just homesteady stuff. So nothing too major. I am thinking about doing my own grain. I think it would be really cool to harvest our own grain. We do have a stone mill, so we mill our own flour, but currently we have to buy the grain and then mill it. And Shawnee said, the sun should stand the corn back up. Well, that's good. I actually had a video on my phone. I got stuck in a tornado 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago. And that's what started all these forest fires up here. Up here in Northern Canada, we are just on fire. And it's because a massive storm came through. Where I was, we got torrential rain, lightning, and winds. A tornado touched down maybe 5 kilometers from where I was. And then all that lightning sparked all these fires. So this rain is good for us. It'll at least hold back the fires a little bit, but we need lots. We need more. And okay, so you have to deal with a store to get expired food. Is that what happened? Yes. One of our grocery stores, they have a program called Loop, where they have farmers like us show up to the store Monday through Saturday, and we pick up all the expired food. So there's a different person each day on a 2-week rotation. So there's 12 of us in total. And we show up to the store, pick up all their expired foods to feed to our animals. It saves them dumping fees and waste, and it gives our animals way more nutrition and variety. The only thing I don't like is how much garbage. Everything is in these saran wrap bags. Everything is in these packages, and it's so time consuming. I mean, as you guys can see, we're 35 minutes in, and I still have this entire trailer because literally everything is in plastic. Like it's wild. I really do wish we used far less plastics in our food. I mean, for the average person, a loaf of bread like this might last you a week. But with 5 sons, we would go through a loaf of bread a day. So it's just so much garbage. I would like some super loaves. I want like a quadruple loaf. I want to get a loaf of bread that's a loaf of bread. That's what would feed my family. I mean, we make our own for our own house. And that's the funny thing. We make all our own food. So we don't eat this white bread. It's just got a lot of sugar and stuff in it. We make our own bread all the time. And it's so funny that I feed this to the animals, but then I'm like, I wouldn't eat it. It's kind of says a lot about our diet, about the kind of stuff we put in our bodies. I mean, the pigs definitely don't need little sugar donuts, but put a little fat on their bones. The couple reasons I don't feed the junk food to the other animals, that is chicken parmesan, which they definitely cannot eat. Chicken parmesan. And sometimes I get weird stuff like this. It's probably got a damaged something or rather, but it's a multi-purpose cleaner, and it works. So we'll just put that in the put in the house pile. No point throwing that out. Some croissants, and if anything goes to it goes to the compost. Yeah, more like a loaf of bread in an hour. French toast and grilled cheese. Bam, gone. My kids are carbivores. If I gave them a platter of food and any choice in the world, the breaded items would go first. Carbivores. But like even this is a little ridiculous. Like I got a plastic tray of muffins, but then each of the muffins also have the baking sheet thing on them. It's just so time consuming doing this. Uh, but the one benefit is that, especially when I get to the vegetables, it provides much more variety to their diet, and so any minerals and nutrients that they might be missing out on, they're going to pick up through this. You do have to be careful. Not all foods are safe for all animals, so you do have to kind of pay attention. We have a friend who didn't know, but like lost. They lost a couple goats because they were feeding them just kind of everything, thinking that okay, goats can eat garbage. They're trash compactors, but not really true. But we get stuff like this. Like one of these blackberries is slightly fuzzy. The rest are all good. So that all goes to the pigs. I usually give most of the berries and stuff to the rabbits. But I feel like I've gone so carb heavy with this that I need to introduce a few greens, reds. So some healthier food. I want to give some cauliflower for the pigs. Fun fact, the cow's favorite food has got to be broccoli. Of all the foods that I could give my animals, the cows and the goats go crazy for broccoli. They absolutely love it. So here's some cauliflower. But again, everything's got wrapping. Everything. This is half a watermelon that's been destroyed, but the pigs will love that. Because it's already kind of open. Oh, it's a little gross, but because it's already open, the pigs will have a heyday on that. They don't have to work at it. And do you burn your garbage? No, my wife can't stand when I use the burn barrel, so I burn all my brush and stuff. But she doesn't let me burn garbage anymore. I try, but yeah, she doesn't like the residual smell of burning garbage, which I can't blame her. It's all toxins. So I do haul this all to a landfill. All this waste does go to the landfill. I have an old BFI bin, like an old dumpster, that I want to bring to my house because I feel like that would make a awesome burn barrel. Drill a few holes in the side and in the bottom to let some air come in. And it's just that it's so big that I feel like I can really do a dent in some of my brush burning and if she'll ever let me garbage burning. But no garbage burning. I don't know what's worse, burning your garbage or just sending it all to a landfill to sit. And then eventually, they either bury it or burn it themselves anyway. I just wish they used less garbage. But it is what it is. Stuart, if you have any other questions, because I think you're newer here anyway, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. We last year, come the fall and winter, I live stream a lot more. When the hours are shorter and my working time is a lot less, when I can get less done, I tend to come on and live stream lots. But I do short form videos, at least 2 or 3 a week. Little entertaining things around the farm, maybe cute animal moments, you know, things that I find amusing on the homestead, like when the skid steer breaks down. Um, and then I make long form guides when it comes to things like foraging for wild edibles, um, different things around the homestead or farm, some hunting stuff, some fishing stuff, a little bit of forest exploration. Although usually the forest exploration stuff is also foraging for wild edibles. There's so much wild food to be eaten in the forest that I can't help but share it with you guys whenever I come across something. So you'll see a lot of my long form videos are like that. I did have one where I hunted down a lynx that had killed some of my ducks. I did end up getting rid of him. I didn't like doing it, but he had to go. Some of this stuff is just such a hassle to unpack. So I'm just going to set that aside. I'm going to set that aside. Sometimes I'll end up with like a whole thing of milk like this. I'll just open that up and pour it on all that bread. The pigs love it. It makes that bread a lot easier for them to consume. One of those, we'll see if we can see it. One of those helicopters is flying over again. So, like I said, my whole area is on fire. There it is. There it is up there. My whole area is on fire, and I've got a lot of buddies who work at fighting these fires. And so they keep sending me pictures of my property from way up there. Here he is here. So a lot of these guys, that one looks like a water helicopter. It's got the ski on it. So a lot of these guys are out here landing on the lakes, picking up water. Some of them are just dropping people off. One of my buddies, he does a lot of the trail clearing. So cutting fire trail to try to flatten the land before the fires roll in. And so he does a lot of chainsaw work. Show that. We do bonfires, burn garbage, and have target practice on my property. It's legal. That's awesome. I do want to one day. I've got a couple archery targets, and I do shoot my bows with my kids. When they're a little older, I want to get into some more riflery with them. At this summer camp that my kids are at, actually, they're going to be doing a lot of rifle training and archery training. So that should be fun. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. Having property unlocks so much stuff. Whether you only have, whether you have 5 acres or 10 acres or 100 acres or 1,000 acres, being able to use the land is just so freeing. It gives you so much more ways to express yourself versus living in the city. We used to live in a city. Our first property was rural. We had 11 acres. And then our second one was a lake house. It was beautiful. But it was in a city. And we thought, we had young kids. We thought living in the city and on the lake would be really good. We'd be able to be close enough to town that they could do activities and get together with their friends. I really feel like I shouldn't feed this to the pigs, but they're going to love it. They're going to love it. And they're not going to be around forever. Let's feed them while we can. But anyway, where was I going with that? When the big C word happened, COVID, everything in town shut down. So we wanted to be in the city so we could be close to the library, so we could be close to the parks. young children programming, the library, the hockey rink, all that stuff. But when COVID happened, they shut all that down anyway for years up here. It took multiple years up here. And so that made us start thinking like, if our only reason for living in the city was to be close to activities, but there are no activities to be had anyway, then why are we living in the city? Okay, so this is interesting. We got a bag of rabbit pellets. So we're going to feed this to our rabbits. We're going to set that aside. Blend of essential nutrients, all as one pellet. What's in here? Wheat, dehydrated alfalfa, chopped wheat, ground wheat, soybean. You know what, guys? Let's take an intermediate break. Let's go see the rabbits. We're going to bring this bag right to the rabbits. Sometimes you get some weird surprises at these grocery stores. I was not expecting to get a bag of rabbit feed, but let's give that to some of the rabbits. Let's see. We're going to go into the pen and give it to the rabbits that are in a pen. Hi, Oreo. We'll see if the other animals are probably going to bombard us here in a second. Trying to navigate gates. Oh, hi, everyone. Hello. 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 I'm trying to sneak by you guys, though. Let's just take a look in the barn. I always got to check in the barn to make sure everyone's okay. Everyone come out? Yeah, everyone's out. But cows are on the far end of the field. Donkeys somewhere in the field. But all these guys are coming to say hello. I'm not giving this to you guys. This treat isn't for you. This is for these rabbits. You guys got to let me in. No, 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 no. Okay. Close the door behind me. Juggling act, I tells you. So here's some rabbits here. And whoa, we're zoomed way in. Hi, guys. Hello, everybody. Give me a second here to open this. I'm going to give you guys some treats. Oh, boy. I got to grab the knife out of my pocket. Did I bring it? Oh, man, I might have left the knife at the truck. So we're just going to use a nail. Here. Set you guys up for a second so I don't have to hold you. Set you here. And we'll just stab this with a nail, open it up. Okay. And let's show you guys these guys. Oh boy. What was that? What did I just put there? You guys gonna eat it or are you gonna ignore it? Who's gonna be the brave one to go try that? Who wants to try the food? Are any of you guys gonna try it? Let's see if Snow wants some. Hey, Snow. Yeah, Snow's gonna try it. She's brave. And Stuart says, keep doing what you're doing. You are a super cool guy. See you later. Take care, Stuart. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for chatting. I appreciate you. Have yourself a good night. You guys get brave yet? Yeah, you guys got brave. You were just camera shy at first. We're gonna go give the rest to the other rabbits because I don't know precisely what's a safe quantity for these rabbits for this, and you don't want to overfeed them something you're not 100% sure on. So we're just going to go on to the other animals. Spread this out. Here, goats. You guys can have some of this. It's just wheat and alfalfa. Nothing crazy in there. Not in small amounts, spread out amongst 16 goats. And let's go give the rest to some of our other rabbits that are out here. Guys, no, 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 no. Oh, they wanted to get out of the gate. They know that I'm doing a loop, the expired groceries, and they want it now. They don't want to wait. But some of these rabbits down here need some treats as well. So we're just going to open this guy up and dump the rest of his bag in. There you guys go. Some rabbits in here. Close that lid. And we'll carry on, my wayward son. There will be peace when we are done. You got to be careful on YouTube nowadays. You hum or sing a song and you'll lose your monies. So I don't know if that counts. I don't think so. I think we're okay. Just threading the needle. Let's keep getting some food together for these pigs. I'm going to set you guys back up inside of here. That way you guys can't fall over. Let's turn the lighting brightness on. And we're going to give the pigs a cinnamon cake. Because why not? If any of you guys watching have any questions, concerns, any plans for the week, I am here to hear it. Please talk to me. Talk to me. I'm here to talk to you. And we have, what do I have here? Man, every once in a while we get these surprises. We got some sunscreen. We're going to set that in the bring in the house pile. Sunscreen. We got some pasta. If you guys have any questions, any concerns, you want to know what we're doing, feel free to chat. Pasta, that looks crazy, but it works. We got a whole whack of, let's angle you guys this way. We have a whole bunch of eggplant. Set some of these berries aside for the rabbits. I don't want to give all that to the pigs, but we can give them all these eggplants. That's totally fine. There we go. Okay. Now, what else do I got in here? That's a whole tub of strawberries. Some more berries. Bop, 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 bop. We got carrots and stuff. Okay, I think we're almost done with the pigs. I feel like it might be. Oh, we got a little more. Is this anything good? A loaf of bread. A loaf of bread. We'll give that to the pigs. Once we are done with the pigs, we are going to move on to those goats and cows. We'll do the cows first, because if I do the goats first, the cows will get jealous. So we'll do the cows first. And Wild and Wavy, how's Freshly Wild doing today? Howdy, Justin. It's been a while. Nice look at that lake. It is a beauty back there, isn't it? Lily had her puppies. We've rehomed all of the puppies except we kept Juniper. Here's Juniper over there. Unfortunately, Juniper does have an umbilical hernia, so I do have to get that fixed. But other than that, she is doing good. She is doing good. Judy, what you eating? Oh boy, trying to get you guys back in here. There we go. Yes, we got the lake in the back there too. The rest of this is pretty well garbage. I don't need to give all these cinnamon buns to the pigs. They've had enough treats. What else do I got back here? That looks like meatballs. Meatballs. Italian meatballs. We're gonna give that to Lily. I feel like Lily, she had a lasagna, but I feel like she'll appreciate some meatballs. Ooh, those look kind of gross. We're not gonna give those to Lily. They're like green. We're not gonna feed Lily that. Set that aside. I feel like the other ones are gonna be just as bad. We're not gonna poison our dog today. That is not on our to-do list. Let's get this thing of lettuce right here. This giant thing of lettuce. Oh, and we're gonna give this to the pigs as well to round out their diet. And then we'll go do the pigs. We'll come back. We'll do a load for cows. Hey, Lily. Hi, Juniper. The dogs are in behind me here. And Dakota, how you doing? How has your day go to? My day's good. My day's good. And vaccination, do you live at? You mean location? English is probably not your first language, and that is okay. We will make that work. We are in northern Canada. We are in forest fire country in Ontario. So how are you guys doing? I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. If anyone is curious as to what we're doing, in about 2 more minutes, you know what? Let's set another timer. In about, let's say 3 minutes, we're going to go see the pigs again. Let's go 3 minutes and feeding piggies and start the countdown. Okay, we'll set you over there if I can. There. In about 3 minutes, we're going to go feed the pigs. So if you guys stick around for just 3 minutes, we are going to go dump all this food over to the pigs. Then we're going to be getting ready to go and feed the cows. Like I said, when I do the goats first, the cows try to break through the fence to get to the food. So we want to feed the cows first so that they don't get jealous. Because a jealous cow is a dangerous cow. And it's okay, but I don't feel like fixing fences tonight. So a little more here, and then we'll get ready to go to the cows. We got a thing of blueberries back there. The pigs like blueberries, so we're gonna get those blueberries as well. It's looking like a good load. Let's grab these blueberries. A whole pint of blueberries for the pigs. This is a little bit easier. Oh, some sparkling water for the pigs. Sure, we'll give the pigs some sparkling water. Why not? Pour it on all that bread. We're gonna be shoveling this out anyway. Juniper, give me back that garbage. What are you doing, Junie? Juniper, come here. Let's show the camera how cute you are. Oh, Juniper. This is Juniper. Juniper, you want to sit on the lettuce? You want to sit on the lettuce and say hi to the camera? You stay here. I'm going to open up some strawberries. Oh, Juniper. Hello, Junebug. Okay, we got way more strawberries here. Juniper, just don't jump. Whatever you do, don't jump. Don't jump out, Juniper. Okay. You want to jump out, don't you? You said, I don't like being kept in a thing of lettuce. Okay, come here. Okay, puppy. Hello. Oh, hello. I'm going to put you down, okay? Oh, onto the ground. There you go. Got to be gentle with her. Okay. Oh. Okay. What did I say? 39 more seconds, and then we go to the pigs. Oh. Let's get this party started. Let's move some of this stuff up here so that the dogs don't get into the garbage. Pick that piece of garbage up and this piece of garbage. And it'll be time to go see pigs. Okay. Pick up our shovel. Let's go for a little drive, guys. We're going to go see the pigs. And then, like I said, the next load will be for the cows. Okay. There we go. Our timer is up. It is time to go back to the pigs. Here's a nice lake view while we're driving. Make our way around, get over to those pigs, and then offload some more food. It might have went back to go rest, because like I said, it was a little early for when I feed them. They might already be full. But we'll offload this for them, and if they don't eat it today, they'll eat it tomorrow. The nature of pigs. Okay, that's good enough. Turn that guy off. Hey, pigs. Oh, it's like they ate most of it. Here's what's left from our last session. They definitely ate most of it, and here they come back. Hi, pigs. Do you want some more food? Hi. Oh, hello. Hello, Jesse. Hi, pigs. I'm just trying to get you guys to stand up so you don't fall over. Hi, pigs. I'm going to give you some more. We got some more green stuff because you're probably tired of all the... Here's some purple things. Have some of that. Okay. Try to get in here with the shovel. Here's a watermelon, guys. We got some spaghetti and some blueberries. whatever that thing is. Let's get you guys down more on their level. There. Oh, this stuff's heavy because I soaked it with milk and sparkling water. But enjoy. I'm gonna spread this out a little bit. Okay, guys. There you go. Be nice. That's why you gotta spread it out. You don't want them fighting for food. We gotta give it a little bit everywhere so that they can spread out and eat it. There you go. Shoveling this out, guys. If you have any questions, any concerns, any plans for the week, let me hear it. Otherwise, I'm gonna keep working. I wish I brought a bigger shovel. Doop boop boop doo. That's okay. I got a couple chickens coming to check out the food too, although they're a little more skittish whenever I actually throw it down. There you guys go. And I got to give a shovel over to my boar. Give some of these strawberries and lettuce over to him. Here, JJ. Here, Jason. There you go. Since this, I'll give another one some bananas. Since this is probably going to end up being his breakfast as well, we'll put a little extra food. And the only thing I don't like about feeding Jason this kind of stuff is if he decides there's anything he doesn't like, he doesn't eat it, it's a lot harder to muck out his pen than theirs. There, guys, here you go. Like I said, if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm here to chat while I work, while I feed the piggy wiggies some of this delicious food. And then we're going to move on to the cows next. The cows next, because if I give the good food to the goats first, the cows will break through the fence to go get it. We don't want to do that. A jealous cow is a scary cow. So we need to give them so much food that they ignore whatever I'm doing with the goats. So give them some delicious food so there's no jealousy or arguments of whoever got more or better. Almost done this. Couple more shovels full. These guys are eating well. They do get hog's feed for every other day of the week, so that they get all the nutrients they need to grow big and strong. They also have about 2-3 acres of forest here to explore and forage. And I do rotate them down the forest as we go. But that's the last of that for them. Now we are going to drive back over to the trailer to go get more for the cows. Bye, pig. Enjoy your smorgasbord. Go to Lakeview. We drive across to go get more food. Ba, 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 ba. Bear with me, guys. We gotta drive the lawnmower because the skid steer is broken. Normally I'd be doing this on the skid steer, the track loader, but she'd be broken, so we gotta do it the old way. It's a lot faster with the skid steer because the bucket's way bigger, and I don't have to shovel. I'm gonna turn that off. With the skid steer down there, it's a lot simpler. I'm gonna have to open up some room here to. Actually, we can start with this lettuce. So this next load of food, set you guys right about here. This next load of food is going to be for the cows. So we're gonna go see the cows next. We're gonna start with lettuce. Cows are ruminids. meaning that they eat vegetables, rooty plants. Their stomachs digest like a composter, and so you don't want to give them some of those. You don't want to give them too much bread. They'll digest the bread way too fast. They'll get bloating, upset stomachs. It's okay to give them a little bit of bread, but honestly, not even really worth it. They'll never harvest bread out in the wild, so why give it to them? So you got to think about things that they could find while foraging. You got to stay away from things with seeds or nuts, pits, things like cherries, avocados, because cows can be a little bit gluttonous and they're not going to take the time to chew their food and they can choke. So you got to watch what you're giving them. But for the most part, it's not too crazy. If it looks healthy, it's probably healthy. We'll start with lettuce and then we're going to move on. They don't really eat the onions, but I don't mind throwing the onions in with them. Other birds and stuff will eat the onions, plus they'll just compost down into the soil anyway. So not a big deal. Okay, sure. Go. Yeah. What we do is every 2 weeks, we go to our local grocery store and we pick up all their expired food. That's what this is. But as you can tell, expired doesn't mean bad. It just means that it's not suitable for human consumption, but still good for the animals. So better than throwing it in the garbage. Okay, that's another bin done. So we'll set that one aside. That one's done. So we'll set that aside. And we'll go on. We'll give the cows some berries. The cows love the berries. They just gobble that up. Some strawberries, some blueberries, blackberries. For the cows, what I'll probably end up doing, if they'll let me, it depends if they'll let me. If the cows will let me in with them, um, and by that I don't mean that they'd hurt me if I went in with them. What I mean is they might try to, get out of the gate if I'm trying to get in, and it just becomes a bit of a cluster. But if they're not too interested in me at first, I might drive right in and just dump the trailer. Otherwise, we'll do like the pigs. I'll park on the outside of the fence and just toss it into them. We will get in with the pigs or with the cows and do a little visit. They're friendly, but yeah, it's just a matter of whether or not I can get in while dumping the food, or if they're just going to mow me down and try to jump inside of the trailer to get it. We don't want to break the riding lawnmower trying to feed the pigs. But yeah, welcome to my off-grid homestead, guys. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. If you haven't already, consider liking and subscribing, and please feel free to chat with me. That's where connections are made. One of the most beautiful parts about live streaming is building relationships and building new friends, chatting with you guys. So don't be shy. Feel free to chat. Even if English isn't your first language, we can do our best to manage. See, unfortunately, when you get mangoes, things like this, I can feed that to the chickens, but I can't feed it to the cows because they could choke. And I do not need to choke my cows. So we got a bunch of cucumbers here. Cows like the cucumbers. They're easy for them to eat. Juicy treat. Carrots. Everybody loves the carrots. Just got to cut the stalks off to get to that banding easier. Here we go. Carrots. Again, the one problem with this is there's so much waste, so much garbage, so much packaging. Like, why does everything have to be in a package? Like I said, guys, feel free to chat. I'm here to chat. It's a quiet crowd, and that's okay. I don't mind you guys just hanging out, chilling with me while we unpack this and then go hang out with the animals. I'm going to put down a timer so you guys know what we're doing. And I'm going to say this is going to take about 8 minutes. In about 8 minutes, we are going to feed the cows. Start the countdown. Make that a little smaller if I can and set it right over there. 8 minutes and we're going to go feed the cows. Okay, let's keep throwing some of this stuff in. Otherwise, we're just hanging out, having a jolly good time. It's been a good day. This grocery thing always takes a bit of time. This is a time-consuming activity, but I figure we might as well live stream while we're doing it rather than doing it by ourselves. And then I can hang out with you guys. Okay, that's good for that one because everything else in there has some sort other than a banana. Everything else in there has a pit. So we'll set that one aside as we work our way into the middle here. Set this one aside, although we got to watch the dogs for that one. And we will pull this one back. We got some pomegranates, cantaloupe, some blackberries. This looks like a overall pretty good one, although there are some peaches. So we got to watch. It's hard to, I got to decipher the peach from the pomegranate so we don't feed the wrong one to the cows. We got some, look at these carrots. These carrots are giant. Got some carrots. Although again, for whatever reason, everything has to have some sort of garbage on it. As if you didn't know that this was a carrot. We need to cut that off because we don't want to feed that to the cows. What goes in must come out one way or another. So let's get that banding off of there. Of course, it's got to be like taped on. There we go. Okay. Everything else. Okay. Still some more peaches in here, so we got to hand pick through this. Got to separate out the peaches. Like I said, the chickens can do those, but not the cows. Okay. So many pomegranates. Oh, keep throwing those in. Eggplant for the cows. I'm sure they'll appreciate that. Some more pomegranates. The pomegranates might take them a minute to get into. Once they realize that it's a juicy treat, I think they'll devour it, but it might take them a few minutes to decide that it's worth going after it. It's got that hard outside. I might have to smash a few of them to get them interested. Okay, get rid of the rest of these peaches. Peach. Pomegranate. Peach. Plum. Onion. Pomegranate. Eggplant. What is this? This is cilantro. We got a whole bunch of baby cucumbers, so let's get rid of the rest of the peaches so we can just dump them. Peaches. Let's dump this. And there's a plastic bag we got to get out of there. Let's get that out. Yeah, 2 bags. Okay, there we go. It's another bin done. And 4 more minutes until we go and feed the cows. So let's grab another one. Oh, this is more lettuce and some green beans. So we got some green beans and their milking machines. A little Dr. Seuss for you. Some lettuce, some heads of lettuce. I said 4 more minutes and we'll go see the cows. 4 more minutes and we will go hang out with some cattle. We'll feed them and we'll hang out with them for a little bit. Go see Spark, the steer calf, Gabby's boy. We did have our cows out at a neighbor's farm for the last month and a half, 2 breeding cycles. And so hopefully our 3 cows are pregnant again. It's hard to say with Gabby. They never saw the male really pursue her. She's a more gentle cow though. Like even last time she bred, they weren't sure if she bred. And sure enough, we got Spark. So hopefully she did her job and he did his job. And then we can have another calf next year off of Gabby. And if we don't, that's okay. We'll get her for the next one. But definitely the other 2 bred. So whether they took or not, I don't know. But they definitely were seen pursuing. So that should be good too. And where is this? Obviously out west, actually up north. Welcome to Canada. I am in northern Ontario, where all that forest fire and smoke is coming from. So we're just emptying out some expired groceries. I go to my local grocery store, and every 2 weeks I pick up all of their expired groceries. And again, expired doesn't mean bad. If you look at this stuff is better than the quality of most things that we eat. I just realized that some of the cilantro in that last bin had the tag still on it. I got to take those off. Bear with me 1 second as I pick through this, and then I'll show you the quality of this food. I just need to set that garbage down. But like, can you see this back here? This stuff is so good. And Matthew says, doop a doop a doo. I just don't want to feed the cows the tags. Okay. Matthew says, oh wow. And yeah, I hear the smoke is really bad on some states. Yeah, it's been pretty brutal up here. It's not bad right now. The wind is quite strong right now. So, and obviously blowing away from the fires, or yeah, well, not blowing the fires towards me, which is good. Some days it's just a complete haze out here. There's been some nights where you wake up in the middle of the night coughing on the smoke. You got to wake up and close the bedroom windows. Unfortunately, we've had a heat blast coming through here. It's been like 90 degrees for 2 weeks. Super, super hot. It's cool right now. The temperature dropped a lot. But it's been a rough little time here. We had a tornado come through with a bunch of hail and a bunch of lightning, and that just sparked up the whole northern Ontario. Just lit us up, sent a bunch of embers into the forests, and yeah, nasty business. How under control is it? Is it a huge fire? You know what? If you want to see for yourself, if I don't have a screenshot right now, but dude, I don't want to tab away. Fires. If you go to Ontario, Ontario, Ontario forest fires, and then you'll see the Ontario government website, and it'll show a fire map. Our entire province is on fire right now. It's bad. If you stick around for 1 second, I'll screenshot it and pull it up on here. I'm back. I hope I didn't lose you there. I can go like this and like this. So I live up in this region here. And so you can see by the density of all these fires how bad it is. Thankfully, right immediately where I am, the wind is blowing the other direction. But like our whole province here, this whole area is just all on fire. It's insane. It is absolutely insane. So many fires. Lots of towns around me have been evacuated. There's warnings going out every other day. Immediately where I am, I'm actually in a decent spot surrounded by water. I've got the lake behind me here. There was one fire relatively close. The helicopters and water bombers have been flying overhead throughout the day. We saw one on this live stream already. I know my alarm went off to feed the cows, but I'm not quite ready yet because I want to grab some of these peppers. I need to figure out how to make more room in here to get further back. I got a whole thing of peppers that I think the cows will enjoy. Now, I was saying I shouldn't feed the cows bread, so I'm only going to feed them a little bit of bread just because I have it here. I'm not going to feed them lots, but like this spread out amongst the cows isn't going to hurt them. It'll give them a bit of an energy rush, an energy boost, but I don't want to give them too much because it will make them sick if you give them too much. And I hear it's actually humid in some places that never gets humid to add to the heat. Up here is not bad. Up here hasn't been bad. I mean, it's always humid where I am because again, I'm surrounded by lakes and water. But it's been hot. We've been above 90 degrees. I don't know what we had 2 days back to back. There were 38, 39 degrees Celsius. So I think that's like 94, 95 Fahrenheit, which up here is like hot. And that did not help our forest fire situation at all. And Matthew says, oh, how cool how you could do that. That's horrible. Definitely be praying for you guys. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. On here, we can absolutely green screen and show off the forest fires here like a weatherman. And in this region, it is hot and cloudy, bursts of rain and thunder sparking more fires in your near future. I feel like a weatherman. But yeah, it's been a nasty business. Okay, we're going to go see those cows here very, very soon. I just want to give them some of these grapes, some of these tomatoes. Some more peppers, some cucumbers. The cows are going to go nuts for that. Let's give them some grapes. Grapes. Put that there. More grapes. Oh, carrots. They're going to like the carrots. We got to give them carrots. More carrots. The donkey really likes the carrots. I should save some carrots for the donkey. I'll set a few carrots aside for the donkey. She enjoys a good crunch. We'll set those three aside and give these to them. And some more tomatoes. What do I got in here? Just a handful of tomatoes, some grapes, another pepper. Okay, this is pretty well good enough. Sorry, I gotta avoid these avocados. Avoid the avocados. Grab the tomato and another pepper and another tomato, and that's good for. Nope, one more thing of grapes, and then we're good to go. Let's go see the cows. Let's go see the cows. Gabby's gonna be very excited here. Quinn says moo. Okay. Lily, try not to eat this garbage on me. Try not to eat the garbage. Let's go see him. Okay. Ah! I forgot my shovel. I didn't have my shovel in the bin. There. Okay. Let's go see some cows. Lake out here. I'll show you my garden while we're driving by. I was actually in the process of moving my water drum when my skid steer blew up on me so that I could water the garden easier. But here's my garden up here. I'll flip you guys this way. There's the garden. Looking good. Having the lake definitely helps. Let's drive over here and we're gonna park and then we'll call over the cows. You know what? We're really in luck because they're not that excited yet. They don't know what I'm doing. I don't normally feed them with the lawnmower. So we're gonna drive right in, but I gotta take the electric fence down first and then we'll drive right in. And is that lake natural? It's natural. Here, we'll talk in 1 second when it's a little quieter. I don't want the cows to know I just took the fence down, so I gotta be a little bit quick about it. We're gonna drive a little bit away from the fence so that they don't know what I just did. We'll turn that off. Okay, so it's a 156 acre off-grid peninsula. So this lake goes all the way around my property. I've got fields back here, all in here. I got a bunch of forest cutting trails. I got a beach on the south side of the property. It is my little piece of paradise. We gotta stretch this back out. That one, that's the middle one, which means this is the top. This is the zappy zap line, which goes this way and this way. I'm just trying not to electrocute myself. 1 second. This electric fence hits like a bugger. Gabby! Come here, Gab! Okay, we gotta be quick about this because the cows are gonna come roaring in and we wanna dump this without them mowing me over. Come on, girls. Okay. Just shovel some of this out. Hello, Gabby. I gotta drive forward a hair so that dumps. Come on, Spark. Don't freak out, girls. Just move that forward a little bit and shovel the rest of this out to them. The goats are now jealous. I'm coming for you guys next. Don't worry, goats. Spin you guys around so we can chat while they're having a little munch. There. Here we go. My beautiful cows. Here comes Spark, the calf. And Matthew says, I hate city life. Quinn says, bah, bah. And I'd love a place like that. It's my own little piece of paradise. Hey, Sparky boy. Hi, Gabby. The flies are crazy. Is that mosquitoes? What's coming? Oh, the flies. The flies are crazy right now. Yeah, there they are. Here are the cows. So we currently have the 4 cows. Gabby gave birth to Spark up here this past spring. And then we bought these 2. And we just had them bred at the neighbor's farm. Hey, hi, hello. So the 2 brown ones might be a little more skittish right now because they were at the neighbor's herd for the last month and a half. So I haven't had a chance to spend too much time with them in the last little bit. So yeah, they might not appreciate a head pat. Hey, girl. Gabby, on the other hand, Gabby, why are you running away from me? Why are you running away? Here, Gabby, you're being so skittish. It is what it is. Milk cows, these are meat cows. They are meat. So we got a Black Angus, and these are Shorthorn Gelvies. And then Spark is Black Angus mixed with Speckled Park. That's why his name is Spark, so that I can't forget. His dad was a Speckled Park. And now we bred these ones with a Wagyu bull. So these 3 are bred with a Wagyu. So hopefully we get some prized meat off of them. That is the plan. Any females that they give birth to, we will keep to grow our herd. And then any males will go in the freezer. So unfortunately, in a year and a bit, year and a half, that's Spark's destination. But otherwise, they get to live a glorious life. You gonna kick me, or do I get to say hi? Do I get to say hi? Hi. Hi, girl. Hi. Okay. This is Bernadette. So we got Bernadette, this one, Bernadette, Bobby, Gabby, and Spark is right hiding in behind. And you eat them. So I don't eat the girls. The girls are for breeding. So we raise the girls for breeding, but the boys, unfortunately, the life of a bull is to end up in the freezer. The girls we won't be eating. We'll be keeping any girls that are born to grow our herd. We would just have to find a new bull to breed with those ones, but that's 2 years away. Chances are the neighbor has a new bull and I can just use that. But for now, it's very, very convenient to breed them with the neighbor's bull because they have like I said, a prized Wagyu bull, and you're going to get prized meat off of that. And it's close. It's relatively close, so it's easy to trailer them in the cattle trailer here. I can only do 1 or 2 at a time in that trailer, but it works. It works. Okay, let's lift this up. They're distracted. So what I want to do is go get more while they are distracted. So let's drive back around. We're going to take the electric fence down because they're not leaving off this pile. I don't have to worry about them breaking out while they're eating. They're not going anywhere. They're not going anywhere. So I can set my electric fence aside for now and go fire up the riding lawnmower and drive around. So let's do that. How long before you eat the boy? A year and a half. You don't. You let them get big and strong for a year and a half. So it's quite a long time to wait for the return on investment there. But of all the animals, cattle are the highest risk/expense because the payback, like you buy a cow, you breed, you got to wait till they are 2 years old to breed them. Then once they're 2 years old and you breed them, you got to wait 9 more months to have the baby. While they have the baby, there's a chance that the baby might not survive. There's the chance that the mom might not survive the birth. There might be complications after the birth. Then you got to keep the baby alive for a year and a half before you can actually harvest it. So you're like a 4-year turnaround before you get to fill your freezer. So they're quite the investment versus something like pigs. Pigs, you can breed them once they get up to a year old. even just under 8 months old. And then you get up to 14, 15 babies off of one pig. It only takes 3 months. And then that same year, you get to harvest them. So we're starting this winter to breed our pigs. So we're going to do another strip here. And we'll stop and start. So yeah, with the pigs, it's a lot more efficient. And of course, if we're talking pure efficiency, the rabbits. Rabbits are very efficient. They can breed after like 3 months, 4 months. Their gestation period is 1 month, so it only takes a month to have the babies, and then you can harvest them after like 3 months. And so, and they'll have litters. We've had litters usually around 10. So you get about 10 rabbits. They don't eat much. They eat grass, so they're cheap to feed. Yeah, rabbits are probably the ultimate protein on a homestead. If I had to, if someone was asking me what's the most efficient animal, if I was trying to prep and survive, what's the most efficient animal to get myself started, I would say rabbits. Your yield is just so high on them. The return on investment, they're super cheap, so the return on investment's incredibly fast. If something happens that you lose a rabbit, you're not gonna cry about it. You know, it sucks, it's sad, but it's not like a cow. If something happens to your cow, you're out $4,000 or $5,000. If something happens to a rabbit, you're out $30. And so, for rabbits are where it's at, and also they're delicious. They're fun. They're cute. I'm allergic to rabbits, and so if I wasn't, I would certainly spend more time snuggling them. It does make it a little bit easier to eat them, knowing that I can't bond with them and have a relationship with them. But yeah, rabbits, super good homestead animal. They don't require a lot of space. You can do rabbits even in a small urban backyard. You don't need to have a big rural property to have rabbits. You can go crazy with rabbits. We only have, what do we have right now? 3 breeders. We only have 3 breeders right now, but you could easily go up to 40, 50, 60 rabbit breeders and just, for very minimal investment, be pumping out hundreds of babies rabbits. So in an apocalypse setting, a rabbit is a very, very good homestead choice. It's actually, there's a show on Angel Studios, Angel TV, called Homestead. And it's kind of like a end of the world homestead prepping situation. And they briefly glaze over that they had rabbits and someone let the male rabbit out of the cage. They briefly went over how devastating that was to their protein supply. And yeah, just because rabbits are super efficient. Oh boy, that one is going for the chickens. I lost half of that one on the ground. Oh, like I said, so much garbage. And so, yeah, I hope that answers some questions there. If you have any other questions, feel free to ask. We are here to talk homesteading while we feed the animals. I think I am going to give this load also to the cows because I feel like that wasn't enough. So we're going to give 2 loads for the cows. And then we will do the rabbits next. The corn. Corn is always good. So we're going to give all this food to the cows next. Some of the packaged salads are super annoying because they usually have sauce packs in them. And when you dump the lettuce bags, you got to go fishing and find that because you don't want them choking on the packaging. So much garbage. Hot peppers. Yeah, they definitely don't need that. I feel like that would just be mean, giving the cows some hot peppers. What is this? Boathouse Farms vanilla chai. What is that? Dairy free. Maybe for the pigs. What is it? Soy milk. And what's the expiry on that bad boy? I don't see an expiry date, which is probably why it's in my bin. Because it was probably mislabeled or didn't get labeled. Okay. The pigs can have some chai tea later. And Matthew's back. Matthew says, I notice goats love those hot peppers. What does it do for them health wise? You know what? Let's go check if they love them. I do recall reading one time something about hot peppers being a parasite cleanse. I believe that it can help with their digestion, but we're going to try and see if they like it or if they hate it. This is a good interlude, but they can only have them once in a while. Most things they can only have once in a while. Like most things, moderation is key for most things outside of their normal diet. Okay, guys, let's spin you around. Okay, guys, who wants to try some? Hey, I got a knife in my hands. What are you doing? You want to try a hot pepper? Who wants to hop up and grab a hot pepper? Okay, I got to try to get the camera at a good spot so we can see you guys without me jumping in here. Here, guys. Who wants it? Bast. Don't eat my finger. Here. Who wants to try that? Is anyone feeling brave? Anyone feeling brave? I don't think they like it. I don't think they're gonna. I don't know. I don't see them trying it. I think they know. I think they know they're in for a bad time if they eat it. This might just be fertilizer. Goats. See, people think that goats will just eat anything. They think that they're garbage compactors. My goats are picky. I think because I give them so much variety of food, they're picky. So much for cleansing their insides. What do the ducks eat? We can go see the ducks next. The duck, they're playing. Look at these guys. Look at these clowns. Oh boy, be careful. Remember, don't play too rough. She's got a hernia. I got to get that fixed still. Hi, guys. Hi. The ducks, they like to forage for bugs. Um, they eat a lot of bugs, and then I give them a high protein pellet. So they just eat kind of pelleted food and bugs. I don't really give any of the vegetables to them because that's not really what they eat. And they don't, they're ducks. They don't eat this stuff. Chickens will eat anything, but because my chickens free range, I don't really give them anything dedicated. I just give to all the animals, and the chickens find their way over. The chickens will eat everything that the other animals just don't eat. So I don't really bother giving them dedicated food because it's just a little more work for something they're going to get anyway. These corn cobs are good. And you would think they would eat anything. I mean, they might, while I'm not paying attention, they might try pecking at it or eating it after a while. I do think that the ducks or the chickens will probably go after those peppers. If I had to guess, I would say the chickens are going to be less picky and they'll go after it. Okay, what do we got here? Like I said, the annoying thing about this is everything has garbage, so I can't just dump it. If I could just dump it all and not worry about it, this would be a much faster job. But like everything's got wrapping paper and packaging. I can't just dump it. After this load, I'll do the goats next because they're all super jealous and they want their food. So, I know people like to feed ducks bread, but I know it can't be good for them. Yeah, we're going back to the same problem with the cows. Um, Bread is very, very easy for animals to digest. Full of sugars and carbs, but because it's so easy for them to digest, they can bloat and get sick very easily. So you don't want to give them lots. You can give ducks a slice or two of bread, but I gave some to them actually earlier, just a couple slices. Or maybe that was the chickens. That was the chickens I threw it to. But yeah, they don't need a lot of bread because it'll just expand in their stomachs and make them sick. It digests too fast. Pigs can handle it no problem because they have one stomach and they are really like people. Whatever we eat, they can eat. But as far as like the ducks and stuff, small little stomach, they can pack it in too quick and get sick. This is a lot of strawberries. A lot of strawberries. I should give some strawberries to the quail and rabbits. Let's grab a couple of these. Let's go give some of these to some of our penned animals, some of our breeding stock. The quail can definitely eat some strawberries. And again, it's moderation. You don't want to give them a whole pint. You don't want to get them sick, eating too much sugar all at once. But let's drop you down to this guy. Hey, buddy. Hello. How's that taste? And I'm going to pour some of this in your food. You can eat those, okay? He's a little ham. This guy's name is Simba. Hi, Simba. I'm going to close you up and go to the next one. I want to go to the quail. Quail are small birds that can fly, but they lay eggs. And so they're nice to have on the homestead, as long as I don't accidentally let them out. Some strawberries, guys. So these are quail. But you got to be careful because they can fly. So they can escape. You gonna come check it out? I might have to come back to you. Let's just toss one back there for you. You can go check out the one I threw back there? I don't know. I don't know. They'll come to it. They'll figure it out. We're gonna close them up. I don't want them to get out on me. They are technically my sons, and he would not be impressed if I let them out. Where are you? Down here? Hey, Spot. Here. Have some of this. There you go, bud. And Quinn says, clip their wings so they can't fly away. I don't know. I'm weird about that. I'm building them a bigger enclosure so that they can just go flying. This building over here is something I started. I just need to find some more time and fix my skid steer so I can finish it. But this is going to be a screened-in building for the quail to fly around in. So I don't want to clip their wings because I want to give them a chance to go flying. We'll give these rabbits, these guys here, some strawberries. There. As they pile in. Close that up. I did notice that I got to top up their water. I'll have to do that tonight too. But I got to see what else I got. Do one more load to the cows, and then we're going to do a load for these goats. The goats are very jealous right now. The goats be jealous. Okay, let's toss our garbage in here. put you guys back up. Do, 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 do. There. There. Somewhere around here. Just gonna keep doing these strawberries here for the cows. And then we're gonna do goats next. I got another thing, strawberries. I got a lot of berries this time. A lot of berries, which is good. And again, they're consider these all expired. Like they're so good still. So good. And Freshly Wild says that place looks gorgeous this time around. It's a lot better than when it's snowy. It's a lot better than the winter, isn't it? Everything's despite the drought we had, because I'm on the lake, there's a lot more moisture than inland. And so everything stays pretty dang green, even though like when I go into the closest city, all the lawns are brown. When you come out here, everything is so green and vibrant. You wouldn't expect it to be a drought, but yeah, we are certainly blessed to be out here. I really got lucky when I found this place. And double tap your like button, guys. Hit that like button. Get more people in here saying hello. And keep the chat going. Keep talking. The more we talk, the more engaging the stream is, and the more other people will show up and stick around. And we can continue to build the community. And Matthew, if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. And Quinn says, besides the dogs, you eat everything else. Ba-dum-bum. Well, the quail, I don't raise the quail to eat quail. I eat their eggs. The chickens and ducks, I eat their eggs. To be fair, part of having chickens and ducks is when you hatch them and raise them yourself, like I do, you're going to end up with too many roosters. So I do eat the surplus roosters and drakes. But they're not. That's not their primary goal. The rabbits are for meat. The cows are for meat. The goats are for milk. I actually don't really eat the goats. I got one boy here who I might end up eating, just because I haven't sold him. I'll try to sell him first. If I can't sell him, then I will eat him eventually. But the goats are for milk. I don't really eat the goats. They're my buddies. The cows love broccoli, and I see some broccoli, so I need to get to that box, because that box is going to be like gold for them. Broccoli. It is the cow's favorite food by far. And and the more we are learning, weird. It says I'm already subbed. Well, perfect, Matthew. What they did was Matthew. We might have chatted lots before. What they did, they flip this all around every once in a while. On my end, they change it sometimes from seeing your handle to seeing your username, and sometimes it changes on me, and I don't always know. Which Matthew you are. But and haven't been getting notifications when you go live. Are you doing porcine again? What do you mean by porcine? What's porcine? Was that a typo, Freshly? Wild and wavy, freshly wild? What's porcine? Porcine? Raising pork. Is that what it's called? Porcine is raising pork. Yes, you missed them earlier. We can go take. Wow, they're probably sleeping now. The start of the stream, if you zoom back, you'll see I was feeding the pigs. We've got 8 pigs this year. I have 2 females that I'm keeping. I'm going to start breeding pigs this winter. So we're going to try our hand at breeding pigs. We've never done it before. It's going to be a new and a wild experience. But yeah, I plan to breed the pigs because pigs are another one of those animals that's super, super efficient on a homestead. They can have 14 to 20 babies at a time. I believe when I was talking to the farmer who I got these ones from, he said on average, he gets 10 to 14 pigs at a time. The most he's ever had was like 27. 27 piglets off of one pig. And so the gestation period is really short on pigs. It's 3 months, 3 weeks, and 3 days. So in 4 months, you could have 18 piglets, and they only take like 6-7 months to raise to full size to 300 pounds. So in theory, in under a year, you can end up with 3,000 pounds of pork. And because I raise them in the forest, they don't cost me that much in food. To get them to butcher weight, in total, it's going to cost me about $1,200 to get 8 pigs to butcher weight. Butcher weight's 300 to 400 pounds. So that's pretty dang good. I'm gonna get about 3,000 pounds of pork for $1,200. That's pretty dang good. And then because I plan to breed 3 of them, it should, if it goes smooth, just be a continuous cycle of pork. And in today's world, when beef is so expensive, I think pork is going to be highly sought after and well valued. Okay, we are going to bring this load over to the cows because you have the area where they graze and forage. You know what? While I got here, let's take a quick walk. Let's take a quick walk so I can show you the pigs one more time, or at least their area. And what are you doing? Why are you eating a strawberry package? The one problem, not one problem, but one of the problems with doing this program is there's so much garbage and it's hard to contain it all on a windy day like this. It just blows around everywhere. The ducks and chickens are way over there. I mean, there's chickens everywhere. So I have the pigs here. They're still here. I wasn't sure it'd still be here. So here are the pigs and some chickens. Here's 2 of them anyway. And the chickens are coming in as the cleanup crew, eating the stuff that the pigs don't want. But here's another one thinking they're thinking I'm bringing more treats, so they're coming back over. Sorry, pigs. I already gave you everything. They're hesitant to eat along this line. I'll have to come back with a shovel because they don't like touching the electric fence. But yeah, here are the pigs. I raised them in about, right now, they've got about 3 acres of forest. And you can see the line where the difference between where they can go and where the electric fence stops them. It's just a solid line here. And they just till up all the ground. So you don't want the pigs to go into your forest, or I mean, into your pasture, because they will root up everything and just kill everything. But they're really good to run through the forest like this. So they till up all the ground, kill all the little trees. Then I can move the goats in, and then I can move the cows in and really open up the forest. They uncovered whatever this boat cover, this aluminum boat cover that has like a 15-year poplar growing in the middle of it. Yeah, here's the pigs. And then I've got the breeding boy in a pallet fenced area. So he doesn't get the freedom they get, but that's just because I did notice the other day, I gotta close this up. It got pushed back from some pigs and he could escape. He doesn't know it because I trained him to electric fence as well. The electric fence runs inside of here. So we got the physical barrier combined with the mental barrier. This is Jason. This is my breeding pig, my boar. Jason. He's got a bunch of food over here I just threw in. Hi, Jason. He likes to be talked to gently. He spooks easy. Hi, Jason. Hi, buddy. You can come over. Come over, Jason. Hi, Jason. That's right. Hi, Jason. He's skittish when I move. Does Jason have a huge nut sack? Jason, am I allowed to show your body on camera? He absolutely does. He is intact. He is intact. I feel like it's inappropriate to show you that. And what a handsome pig. He's a stud. He is a stud. And then here are his lady friends. So here they are here drinking out of their drum. Hi, girls. So our breeders are these 2. These 2 I'm keeping for breeding. We've got Violet and Jessie. And then the other ones are for meat. But Violet and Jessie. And then meat. And they're just having their little smorgasbord. Okay, I'm going to leave you guys be because I got to go deal with cows and goats. We're going to go dump this trailer. A couple of my goats got out somehow. That's okay. I'm going to go dump this trailer. And then for the cows, and then we'll go back and do the goats. You guys can't tell on your end, but it's just been a steady drizzle out here. She's just raining on me. And bacon, and that's a special hog. Is that a Berkshire? Yeah, they are. They're Berkshire Tamworths. A little bit of Hampshire in some of them, but you got it. Berkshire mixed with Tamworth. The reason that we chose Berkshire Tamworths is because they are more winter hardy than Yorkshires, your typical Wilbur, your pink pig. We did pink pigs last year and it went great, but because we want to breed, we need them to be able to survive in the winter a little better. I am going to move them into a barn for the winter. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna take this to the. We'll take this to the cows now. We'll take this one to the cows. But yeah, we are gonna. I'm gonna barn them for the winter, but still, it's not gonna be a heated barn. It'll just be deep bedding. So, yeah, I gotta be mindful of the temperature with those pigs, and that's why we chose the ones we did. All the animals that I raise are very mindful of winter. Like my cows are winter hardy cows. Savvy's staring me down. She wants more. Okay, guys, I'm gonna give you more, but you can't escape out the electric fence when I do it. You guys stay. I'm gonna drive to you. You don't come to me. Make sure I don't got any escapees here. Gotta drive forward a little bit. I didn't hit the brake that time. This is all berries and stuff, guys. You're gonna love this. A lot of strawberries, some cucumbers. There you go. Now I gotta sneak back around. It's no fun when they decide they want to escape. If they want to get out, I'm in trouble. I gotta be quick about it. Kinda gotta be quick about it when you're gonna turn the fence off. And we gotta put the fence right back on. Okay, girls. They got no reason to want to escape. They got lots of land here. But it's tempting, I'm sure. And I also don't want them to get out because they'll just go eat the garden. And then that's a lot of work. My wife will murder me if it happens on my watch. Oh, my trailer isn't quite on its hinge. There we go. There. Okay, yeah, the cows. Cows doing cow stuff. Let's go get another load so I can give it to the goats and sheep. Oh, come on. I don't think the battery likes all this start and stop, start and stop. I don't want to leave it running. Even though I got my fuel people over here. I got gasoline and diesel. But I still don't want to wait for it. I'm gonna go into the front of the trailer. That's a good spot there. There we go. Now we're back. We're back. And this trailer actually opens up both ways, so I can open up this side as well and access the food that's on this side. There's some more stuff for the pigs, actually. This one's for the pigs, but I think I'll wait till tomorrow. I'll give these two to them for breakfast. Oh, this is going to be for the goats. Sorry, I'm showing you guys my backside. Let's put you guys over here. Maybe over here. This is probably better. There. And baked potato and love you lots. What? T-bone steak on the grill? Nice. Yeah, it is super satisfying raising your own beef, being able to raise your own food, your own meat, taking care of the animals, having a good time with them, showing them some respect, and then eating them. But again, like I said, I don't eat the female cows. The female cows are for breeding. The male cows are for eating. And feed into cows. The man's working. Yes, sir. We're going to feed these ones all to the goats. So once I get this unloaded, this will be for the goats, the sheep. The chickens will probably come grab some too. And then it's all what we're feeding them right now, strawberries. Strawberries is going to the goats, sheep. My donkey's definitely going to want some. She'll be right in there. We're not going to go in through the gate. We're going to shovel it over because I don't have an easy way of getting in there right now because I've got it blocked off so that my goats stop escaping because they kept wanting to eat the garden. And so I blocked off the main gate for now. So we're just going to drive over there and shovel it. A little more work. It's nice when I got the skid steer because I can just lift the bucket and dump it over the fence. I don't have to mess around here with shoveling. But oh well, it is what it is. Those who missed it, I did, part of my skid steer broke down. I blew the hydrostatic coupler, and so I need to order some parts tomorrow so that I can get that back up and running, hopefully in a couple weeks. It usually takes a while to get parts way up here. It is what it is. It is what it is. And if any of you guys watching have any questions, any concerns, any plans for the week, let's hear it. I am just going to keep offloading these, and we're going to go feed the goats. Okay, next, we're going to do a bunch of bananas. I got a whole thing of bananas here. Oh, I think they'll go crazy for those. I think that the goats will love this. I'm actually going to just put this whole bin right in here for now. That's going to be easier because then I can just dump it over the fence rather than shoveling it. No real reason to shovel it all. In fact, while we're having that kind of mental fortitude, because the pigs, or the goats, because the goats are kind of locked in that field, this is actually a good plan. I'm just going to fill a couple of these plastic bins and dump them rather than trying to shovel everything. I should have done that with the strawberries. And hey, Freshly Wild in the chat, dropping the dono. Thank you. And please stream more, brother. My man, thank you. I'm going to try. Over the next month or two. I'm going to try to really focus on getting back into some more live streaming. Life just got really busy. I was live streaming, for those who don't know, like 3 times a week throughout the fall and the winter, sometimes 7 days a week. And it was going really, really well. It's just life gets busy. And sometimes when I'm doing projects, it's a lot harder. And then my wife and kids are currently at a summer camp. When my wife and kids are around the house, they like to hang out later into the evenings. And, it's a little harder to live stream because as much as I love you guys, I also love my family. And so when they are up and wanting to hang out, it's just easier to hang out with them in the evenings. But then it's hard to live stream. Because I do also work full time, the days are kind of written off. I also don't like to have my kids on YouTube, like part of the channel. They've never been on the channel, and so I talked to them about it, and they've made content with me. I've had them help me edit some stuff, but for the most part, I do the editing and stuff when they're sleeping. And so, yeah, I just want my kids to be kids. I find you watch too many of those YouTubers that try to monetize their children because let's face it, children are adorable. Children are cute. They are easy to watch because they are full of energy. And so they make good content. They really do. But I really don't, in the world that my kids are going to grow up in, I don't want them to be worried about, oh, I don't want them to be worried about likes. I don't want them to be worried about subscribers. Like when I'm talking to my kids' friends who are more online, my kids aren't online very much. We live off grid, right? So my kids don't do much screen time. Instead, I get them out on dirt bikes and quads and out fishing. But when we're hanging out with some of their friends at birthday parties and that, people find out I have a YouTube channel. It's all the kids want to talk about, which is cool. But I don't know. It's almost like the energy the kids have, like the fascination with YouTube and them wanting to be YouTubers and make YouTube content. I think it's a good thing. I think YouTube's a great platform. It's a spot that they can actually make a living if they really are dedicated. But I think a kid needs to be a kid for a certain amount of time. I don't think it's good for them mentally to be so focused on the likes and the subscribers and all of the fun stuff that comes with the internet, you know? Does that make sense? So for my kids, I keep them off the internet. And because of that, it's a little harder to be as consistent as I was with the live streams when they're home. But Freshly Wild, this week, the kids are at a summer camp. And so all week, I plan to be live streaming. I'm thinking that Tuesday or Wednesday, we're going to do a live stream where I make goat cheese live. It's an easy process, surprisingly easy. And so I think that we will do a live stream showing you guys the process of making cheese. And the homestead is expanding, not going to lie. It's growing all the time. I'm really trying to turn the homestead into more of a farm business. With all the extra animals we're breeding and constantly breeding the cattle and the pigs and the goats, the sheep. We got 2 sheep now. So next year I'll breed them and then we'll have more sheep. Sometimes I feel like Noah's Ark because I end up with a couple of these, a couple of those. We end up having babies of this, babies of that. And it's certainly a little bit of old MacDonald had a farm, but I love it. It's just my wife's talking about getting a dairy cow for next year. So we already do the goats. We milk them once a day right now. It'll eventually go to twice a day. And then my wife is, oh boy, the wind is going to catch you guys. I'm trying to block the wind here. Make sure you guys don't fall over. But my wife wants to get a dairy cow next year. And it's like, holy man, that's one more animal that we have to do another farm chore every single day. At least with things like the pigs, whether I have 1 pig or I have 100 pigs, it's haul feed, drop it off. I'm already doing it, no big deal. When you start adding new animals like a dairy cow, that's it's a thing. But on the same side, even though the homestead's getting busier, the kids are getting older and they're getting so much more helpful. I had my oldest boy with me this morning before I dropped him off at the camp, and he was out here in the farm, helping me with all the chores. It was like, Maximus, can you go do the pigs' water? And he'd go out and get the hose going and start filling up their water. When he was done that, okay, Maximus, can you go do the rabbits' food? And he'd go do that. And then he'd give me a hand with the goats. So the older the kids get, the easier this gets as well, as they become more confident and able to assist. Okay, I think that was good. I think that's all the wrapped stuff. I think we're good. Okay, we're gonna get this down. We're gonna go dump this for the goats. Gonna drive this over, and then we'll close up this trailer because we're just blowing garbage in the yard. Okay, let's push this stuff back. I'll do a little bit more for the pigs tomorrow because I noticed a couple more things of bread here that I had missed. And let's close this up. And Carrots sent the thumbs up. Thank you. I appreciate you. We're going to go feed the goats. So stick around for a minute here, and you're going to get to see the goats. I just need to I just need to close this up so I'm not blowing more garbage around. Oh, like, look at all the garbage I have to deal with after all this. It was over 2 hours of time to do this, plus all this garbage. I'm thinking that I might stop doing this program for the winter and then pick it back up if they'll let me pick it back up, or I'll just go to like a will call, be a call-in farmer for the winter, because this isn't bad this time of year. But when I'm doing this in the winter and it's minus 40 and I got to unpack 2 hours worth of groceries, it is tough, man. At minus 40, this is not nearly as fun. And also in our winters, see, am I going to knock you over? Nope. In our winters, it gets dark so early. It gets dark so early that it's hard to stay up late and do this. Okay, put the shovel up here for the berries. We're going to drive over that way for the goats. I'm going to go give this to the goats. Okay, bear with me. Spinning around, driving closer. We got some sheep here. We got some goats. I don't want to go. That's a spike. I don't want to lose the tire. We're getting rained on heavy here, so let's get this done. Let's get her done. Oh, the rain is coming down. We're gonna have a wet t-shirt contest after this. We're gonna set you guys down right under here for a quick second while I go grab that. Give you guys a little shelter. Ah! I'm getting rained on. I'm getting wet. Okay, I'll dump this in, and then I'm gonna show you guys the animals eating. Although they're all hiding because of the rain. I'm losing them. This is actually gonna make it really easy though, because I can open the gate, dump it in without them noticing. Oh boy, I missed one package. I can go get another. Bear with me, guys. I'm gonna dump all this in without them noticing. Oh. This is actually not the worst thing in the world getting soaked out here. This way, I don't have to worry about 100 goats trying to get out. Trying to do this when the goats aren't distracted is a lot harder because they want to get out and they want to go eat the garden. That's what they want. There. One garbage bag. Take that. And then I got all these strawberries. And I think what I'm going to do with the strawberries. Okay, we're going to go. Let's go see all the animals in the barn. Let's go see them all. Let's go say hi to all their baby animals. I have normally. Hi, girls. You guys want in here? Here. You guys go in. Go in, Sally. Go in, Polly. Polly, go. Here, let's show off these girls. They want to be in this barn. Hi, here's our 2 sheep. So both of these are sheep. When you look at these 2, they look like very different animals. This is what you think of a sheep. This is a Doppler sheep. I don't know, long hair sheep. This is an Icelandic sheep. These are both sheep, just 2 different, very different looking sheep. Sally, and Polly. These are our 2 sheep. And let's see what you said. You said, freshly said, how much pressure does the eldest son have to endure? I remember my elder uncle was sort of traumatized. He passed away last year, and that lake is so beautiful. How about the animals? Oh boy, you're peeing. And this man does all that by himself. Of course, his wife. Yes, my wife is a superstar. When I'm not home, she's here doing everything I'm doing. Meat sheep. Yeah, they'll probably be for meat. Not these 2. These 2 are lambs, ewes, females. I'll breed them, and then their babies. Again, I'll probably keep any females and then eat any males. The males will be eaten. But sorry, your initial question, freshly, was how much pressure does the elder son have to endure? I mean, he's got the most freedom, so I feel like it's not a lot of pressure. Like if he wants to go hop on his dirt bike or a quad, he just gears up and goes. Um, I don't know. It's almost for him. He's probably got it the most free because he's got the biggest leash. He doesn't have to be as restricted. Yes, he's expected to help, but he's not forced to help. And I do I I make all my kids when they help. Um, I reward them with let's go hang out with the other animals while we chat. Like an allowance. I give all the kids some money to spend on whatever they want. Right now, it's mints. Mints, like breath mints, is what they're jiving for. But I let the kids spend their money. Some of them save, some of them spend. But hi guys. Oh, hi, Georgia. You wanted out of the rain too. I'm gonna go into the rain and get you a treat. Um, but yeah. Uh, so as much as he, as much as he has the most to do, most responsibility, um, he's got the biggest leash. And then all the kids, their level of work to earn money varies based on their maturity and age. Here, Georgia. Georgia. Georgia, you're not even looking. Come here, girl. Do you want it? Do I need to break this for you so you know what it is? Are you not going to eat it? Georgia, okay, I'm not going to pressure you. If you don't want it, I'm not going to make you eat it. You don't like it either? Someone's got to eat it. One of you guys? One of you? Nobody wants to eat in the barn? They're all like, nah, bro, we're not eating. We're getting rained on. And yeah, that's a huge difference. My uncle literally built the homestead, cane fields with my grandpa. Yeah, I mean, we're starting from nothing as well, starting from scratch, but I think I just end up doing it all. I see my one electric fence is arcing out over there. You guys probably can't see it, but I'll have to look at that tomorrow. I don't know if one of the wires is let go or what, but we're shooting lightning bolts. I don't know if you'll be able to see that if I zoom in. I don't know. If you look closely, you'll see a flash. Can you guys see those lightning bolts coming off those posts over there? Give it a second. I don't know if the camera's picking them up. I saw a couple. It's also kind of stopped now. Oh boy. We are getting rain on heavy. Okay. Well, freshly saying subscribe and like. Justin needs all the chats. I do. But you know what? I'm going to let you guys go now because I'm going to run inside and stop getting rained on. We will talk again probably tomorrow. I'm going to try to come back on every day this week if I can, as long as I'm not working late, just because I'm home alone with no wife and kids. So I want to hang out with you guys. But for now, it's already 9 p.m. I haven't had supper yet. And so I got to let you guys go. I hope you guys have a fantastic evening and hopefully we will chat again tomorrow. Take care, guys. Thanks, Freshly.